I finally ended it after the most clear evidence I've gotten. I've been suspicious of her for 8 months as she slowly stopped showing me affection and wouldn't even hold my hand when walking around stores like we used to do. When I first asked her why her tattoo artist was calling her during dinner, around 8:15 to 8:30 p.m., and she quickly denied it and set her phone to silent mode. She stammered a bit and said that he probably just wanted to check up on how her recent tattoo she had gotten was healing. I asked her why he would call that late at night as it's after store hours, and she got mad and said that I was accusing her of cheating, which I denied, and that I in fact had said nothing of the sorts, and that I just thought it was weird. She got mad and I slept on the couch for a week. During the end of that week, I then saw some texts on her phone, just the notifications pop up when the phone screen, and I read them, of him texting her inappropriate messages about her body and how he misses her. She never shut him down or blocked him, which made me believe that she in fact had been seeing him behind my back, but I played it cool and pretended I didn't see them so she didn't accuse me of going through her phone behind her back. And the final straw was when I came over for the weekend. We didn't live together, we traded weekends of visiting each other's places. I guess she forgot to change her phone background because I went to move her phone when I was shaving in the bathroom, and she had a picture of him with a caption saying "I love you so much" with the picture as well. I confronted her about it and she called me delusional and that I was making it up until I showed her the picture I took of it with my phone. She just sat there and didn't say anything, and when I turned around to start packing my things she started to cry and said, "What are you going to tell your family?" Obviously I said the truth, it shouldn't matter to you anyways, because if you did care you wouldn't have cheated on me to begin with. As I pulled out of her driveway she had the audacity to text my family group chat that she loves them and that she's no longer going to be in their lives, and then left without telling them why, leading me to explain what happened to my family while I was driving and on the verge of crying. It's been 3 days and I'm still hanging on, but I didn't have to work today and it's been terrible. I went and worked out for 2.5 hours today, and besides that I've just been sitting here listening to music and wondering what I could have done to keep her loyal to me. What besides going to work, exercising and getting healthy amounts of sleep. Update time: my cousin, who I talked about in some replies, works with her ex, and he told her that she cheated on him in the past and that is why they broke up. My cousin kept a watch on both her and his Facebook pages and found out this morning that they're now publicly in a relationship. I sent it to my family, and all of our mutuals and my best friends are leaving reviews on his tattoo business that he co-owns. I hope it drags them down. Update 2, she texted me and said how terrible she feels, and that she's a terrible person. She said he didn't know, and when she told him, his main concern was if we were completely broken up or if we were on a break. She kept trying to tell me that she's sorry and that she didn't mean to hurt me like she did. I just simply told her that the last week and a half I've felt like I'm going to throw up every second of the day. And a sorry isn't going to fix that. And then I blocked her. Intro: this past month, I, 24-year-old female, discovered that my husband, 24-year-old male, had been cheating on me, and it was way worse than I could have ever imagined possible. Backstory: my husband and I started dating 8 years ago when we were in high school. After high school, we moved in together, went to university, and got a cat together. We got along well, and I would always tell people that it was very easy to live with him. In August of 2021, he proposed to me, and in August of 2023 we got married. After we got married, we were financially stable enough to purchase our own place. So we bought a condo together in spring of 2024. Cheating incident: however, this past month, July, I discovered my husband having sex with my close friend on one of our at-home security cameras. I confronted both of them. My friend, female, 23 years old, known her since 2018, denied the cheating allegation, so I hung up on her. Then I called my husband, and my husband came forward and revealed he had been cheating on me with my friend since July of 2023. That was 1 month before we got married. He revealed to me that they would regularly have sex with her and they would send nudes/sext. Some of the times they had sex, I was in the house. The exact footage I saw on my security camera was from the day prior. I was just in the shower. My husband was ashamed and in tears. He wanted to stay with me, said he found me more attractive and loved me. But I knew I wouldn't be able to live with this. A week later, I discovered more information. He was still lying to me. He had been cheating on me with this friend since June of 2021. Yep, that is right. 2 months before he proposed to me was when he started cheating on me. He had been cheating on me for over 3 years. Not only that, he also had paid for sex workers and online porn. Additionally, I discovered that he had told my friend that he loved her. Not because he did, but because he wanted more sex from her. Then I discovered that my friend had been secretly talking behind my back for about 3 years, saying that my husband deserved better than me. Completely awful. I cannot believe this is my life. There is more information to the story, but I figured that covers the main parts of it. A question you might be wondering is, were there signs he was cheating on you? Not really, though I will say he is very good at manipulation. I get jealous easily, however. I'd never seen him flirt with anyone other than me, so if they hung out I would get worried and ask if they did anything together. He always said they sat like a meter apart. I didn't mind him hanging out alone with her because they would go rock climbing and send me pictures. I am bisexual and have lots of friends who are girls and guys, so I didn't want to deter him from spending time with her. Then in July 2023, 1 month before the wedding, I discovered a Snapchat account that shared his cell number and questioned him about it many times. He denied it was his and said he had no idea how it got there. He sent me a news article about how people's phone numbers were being taken and stolen. He also accused me of trying to start fights with him because I have ADHD and must love fighting. This incident was the biggest red flag and I wished I had dug more. However, I just trusted him. He genuinely always acted head over heels for me. I discovered now that that was his account and he used it to message her. Other than that, there were no signs. Most of the time she came over, I would invite her. So why would I be suspicious if I planned it? They didn't seem flirty, they didn't sit close together, and he would complain about her with me. Both he and I often tried to help her with her messy life situation, but she never followed through with any of our advice, so we complain about that often. So maybe I trusted him too much. But I could have never expected that it could be this bad. Before July of 2023, when I found the Snapchat account, there were no signs at all. 0. Conclusion: I know that my EX friend and EX husband struggle a lot with mental health issues. Although I am sure I have not been a perfect person either, I have supported both of them by helping in any way I can, driving them places, paying for their food, offering kind words, helping them book appointments, cleaning their living spaces, etc. I have done more than enough to show kindness towards them. I cannot believe both of them could backstab me like that. So a bit of background: my wife and I have been together for over 20 years and met when we were pretty young. We therefore don't have many other previous partners. A couple of years ago I found out she fantasized about a threesome with 2 men. I'm sure most girls do. I also thought it would be an exciting fantasy to explore, so we would often role play in bed and I would encourage the fantasy. She always said she wouldn't want to do it for real as it might affect our relationship. One scenario we would play out was her at her office. I noticed this particular situation would make her much more aroused than anything else. Well, about 2 months ago she started working late much more than she ever did before. It used to be the odd time maybe once a month, now it's a couple of times a week. She's also around the same time started dressing differently for work, much sexier than before. I mentioned it to her a couple of weeks ago and she dismissed it and said it's how she's always dressed for work. But it's definitely changed. She has large breasts which before would always be completely covered with a shirt or jumper. Now it's always some tight low-cut top with her tits practically spilling out the top. It was always trousers before, but now dresses and skirts, some fairly short. She dresses very casual at home and not sexy in the slightest. Am I overthinking this, or have I pushed the fantasy so much she wanted it to become reality?